All right. We'll be doing 11 through 15 on practice test 1 on the math section. All right. So, as I say in every video, when it comes to word problems, take it one sentence at a time and see what you actually need. The actual question is always at the end of the word problem. An object is launched vertically at 30 meters per second from a 55-meter tall platform. Okay, so we got a couple numbers. Not sure what we need just yet. The height h of t meters, so we're probably going to see a function, which I see it later on in the problem. So the height h of t meters of the object is t seconds. So t is seconds time. Okay. Let's see. So start back. The height of the object t seconds after launch is modeled by h of t equals negative 4.9 t squared plus 30t plus 55. What will the height in meters of the object 3 seconds after launch? All right, so we know 3 equals t. And it literally asks for the height. So all we do is plug in 3 into t and solve it from a calculator. Let's see. So I got negative 4.9, what's negative, times 3 squared. So I'm just gonna write that down. So that's negative 44. Oh, my bad. Sorry. Negative 44. You know what? Let me write it all out. I apologize. Negative 4.9 will I have enough squared plus 30 times 3 plus 55. Okay. So before I start solving, yeah, sometimes the problem will give you all these extra numbers, but take it sentence by sentence and see what you actually need. So I'll be negative 44.1 plus 90 plus 55. So plus 90 plus 55. So you should get 100.9. All right. Number 12. The whole numbers 1 through 30 were each written on 7 pieces of paper. These 30 pieces of paper were put into a jar. One piece of paper will be randomly drawn from the jar. What is the probability that the piece of paper will have a prime number written on it? So prime numbers are numbers that can only be divided by 1 and itself. So you're not gonna, so you never include 1. So we're gonna start with 2. 2 is a prime number. It can only be divided. It can only be divided evenly by 1 itself. Okay, this is going over. So 3 is also a prime number. Cool. To save you time, I wouldn't include any other even numbers because all of them can be divided by 2. So 3, 5 is a prime number. Take a second and pause the video and see if you can come up with the prime numbers. All right, you got them? Cool. 7, 9 can be divided by 3, 11, 13, 15 can be divided by 3 and 5, 17, 19, 21 can be divided by 21 can be divided by 3 and 7, 23, 25 can be divided by 5, 27 can be divided by 3, 29. Is that it? I think that's it. Yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So probability is 10. So probability is always what you're looking for, the desired outcome. So 10 over the total, which is 30. So it's also another good note to take. So probability equals desired outcome over total outcome. Oh, yeah, that's the answer. All right, going to number 13. Okay, we got a trig problem. For an angle with measure alpha in a right triangle, sine of alpha is 5 over 13 and tangent of alpha is 5 over 12. What the value of cosine alpha? All right, so first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to make a right triangle. One of my better right triangles. Okay. So we're going to put, I'm just going to write an A. There we go. So sine of alpha, so sine, I'm writing shorthand. Sine is opposite over hypotenuse. So opposite sine is side opposite of the angle. So that's 5. Hypotenuse is always the longest side. 13. Cool. Tangent equals opposite over adjacent. Let's see. So opposite still 5. That makes sense. Adjacent is the side that is next to the angle, but not the hypotenuse. So that's 12. Cool. So cosine equals adjacent over hypotenuse. So we already labeled our sides. Well, opposite, adjacent, and hypotenuse. There you go. So cosine of alpha is going to be 12 over 13. If you need to take notes, don't forget to pause. All right, number 14. Which of the following values, if any, is the y value of the solution set to the I can't read. Which of the following values, if any, is the y value of the solution set to the system of equations below? All right, so there's 2 ways to do this. Let me get some more room. So you could eliminate. So let's do that first. Or is that the only way to do this? Yeah, I think elimination might be the only way. Nope. There are 2 ways. Okay, there are 2 ways. And negative 4x plus 2y equals 2. All right, cool. So when you eliminate, you want you're trying to find the y value, so we need to eliminate our x values. So I'm going to multiply this top equation by 2, and that's going to be 4x minus 2y equals 14. Cool. So now we can add these together. So 4 minus 4 is 0. Negative 2 plus 2 is 0. So let me go ahead and write that. 0 plus 0 equals 16. All right. So 0 equals 16. That is not true. So there is no such value for y. So another way we could have done this, if you need to take notes, pause it. we could have put them both in. We could have put them both into slope and intercept form. So, solve for y. So y could try to get to look like y equals mx plus b. So the first equation would have been y equals, what is that? 2x minus 7. The second equation would have been y equals 2x plus 1. All right. So they both have the same slope, so the lines will never cross. So that's also another way you can figure out that there's no such value for y. All right, on number 15. So which of the following expressions is equivalent to y plus 7 cubed? All right, so y plus 7, y plus 7, y plus 7. All right, so we're gonna multiply two of these together. So which one do I want to do? Most people know full, but I like to teach the box method. So box method works for any size polynomial. Excuse me. All right, so we got the y plus 7, y plus 7. So it's going to be y squared. That's going to be 7y, 7y, 7 times 7, 49. So now we got, I'm going to move the binomial to the front. Y plus 7 times y squared plus, add my terms together, 14y plus 49. All right, we're gonna do another box. Okay, we're gonna put y squared, 14y, and 49 on top. And we're gonna put y and 7 on the side. So y times y squared is y to the third. 14y times y is 14 y squared. 49 times y is 49 y. Y squared times 7 is 7y squared. 14y times 7, after that, don't let me lie to you. 98y. Make sure you're working along with me if you haven't already solved it. 49 times 7 is 343. All right, let's combine to bring everything down, combine like terms. So we only have one cube term. So, oh, my bad. Y cubed. Add our square terms together. That should be 21y squared. 98 plus 49. 1 plus 147y plus 343. And that should be A. All right. So if you enjoyed the video, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and we'll be solving problems 16 through 20 in the next video. See you there.